Hi, and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. This is Roxanne once again. Thank you for tuning in on today's channeling. Today is Friday. How awesome. How awesomely exciting. It's Friday. Simplicity, the key to the universe. All right, here we go. And greetings once again to the collective. This is Ocyphius from the Oversoul Collective Fire. We bid you all a good day. I've got a feeling, truly. Let's talk about that idea of feeling within you. You are feeling more than you are the idea of interpretation of thought, which is truly feeling in your idea world. Understand this. Thought has a quality, much like a dream, much like a wake state. They all have certain qualities of their own, do they not? Feeling has a quality in and of itself. And that feeling is more vibrationally connected, closer, more you, if you would choose that idea, than your thoughts about the idea feeling. You have an idea of vibration. It feels like this. Then is spurred on the idea of thought. Thought comes after the vibrational feeling because you are picking up everything before your conscious mind can interpret it truly. You know where you're going into an idea reality before you arrive there truly. You may at the exact same time, but the, let's say, perception mind is a little bit behind in what you call time and thought. All nows are very discernible with feeling. You all are truly the feeling of the moment. Start paying attention to those, and what it tells you in its immediacy is the idea of trusting the idea and choosing that idea. Trust the feeling, and then idealize, act upon whatever that idea feeling says. In that idea debate with yourself is the thought after the feeling. Should I, shouldn't I, maybe, yes, no, I'm not sure, what about? And you go along playing with yourself as Roman says. Trying to figure out the best course of action. The feeling is the best course of action in the idea of perfect knowing in that idea moment of experience. You truly know the idea direction you want to go. Now, there are points in your life you have seen within yourself that the feeling is no longer coming up about any idea, decisions, ideas about you. Because it won't even register because it's already coalesced in its completion, in its full wisdom and knowing. This is why ideas about this or that don't even come up on your radar scope anymore. For they are understood in the idea of non-illusion, in that vibration, vibrational portion of yourself that, let's say, is you. And you have no doubts about it, no questions about it. No intrigue about it, no questioning ideas about that in time either. You just know it. And it never needs to become, let's say, brought up again. Now, what is being brought up is an idea for you to look at yourself, truly. In action, in expression, in experience. So that feeling you get about it, trust, more so than the logical idea mind. Because once again, it thinks upon the ideas of the past nows to understand the probable realities of action, of your choice and movement forward in your nows. Truly. Oh, yes. So in that idea, when you feel something, and you know that you want to A, B, and you know that A is better than B, and you choose B anyway, that still was the perfect feeling choice of yourself. Because you couldn't have chosen A until, let's say, that is your best self. And then in that moment of feeling, you immediately know, damn, I could have chose differently. Once again, that feeling told you about yourself. It spoke words to you, feelings, vibrations understanding, wisdom. It, let's say, resonated within your heart. And in that idea, you chose different. But you couldn't have chosen what you wanted or what you thought was best. Always know whatever your best choice is that choice that you make. It can be no other, because you're always vibrating at the highest self that you are at all times. You never go back down. You always choose the best. The joy of it is that feeling brought a realization of the choice you didn't, let's say, make and regret, but that feeling told you, damn, I can choose different now. And that is the evolution. Thought ideas, thought block ideas, come in feeling first. Then they're translated by your interpretation mind for clarity, understanding, pictures and visuals and such like that. But the feeling is always there, guys. Know that heart of yours. Trust that over all. And regret no choices of the feeling. For the feeling is the journey of, let's say, returning home. Truly. You are feeling more than you are thinking. You're relying on thinking. Now we're shifting to feeling. Going with your women's intuition or gut instinct, whatever you choose. So choose the idea in the moment of, I had a feeling about that. Yes, you did. All of your nows are already played out. Time is the journey of catching up to the nows. The pause, if you would call it that, between the nows is you realizing all the nows. You know every now, for you created all nows. Feeling is there before thought translation can conceive to be there, because you have time involved. Truly. So start trusting your feelings and take a chance on yourself. There was an idea that Roxy saw today, another idea of a cartoon that is very, we have mentioned it before, very ascension oriented, and is that of Steven Universe. And Steven, let's say, blended with another, fused, I believe it's called, with another human, and created a new idea person. The two physical bodies became a larger mixing of the two. And the other gem looked at them and said these words: you are an expression. How perfect is that? Because that's what you are. You all are expressing what you are in the now. The energy, the thought behind the thought behind the expression is you. That's what you are. The what of all that is. Not the who. Not the simplicity and idea, minusculing it down to a iota of information called identity. No. You are much greater than that. Oh yes, truly. You are expression of all that is. When that feeling comes, express whatever it is. Show yourself what you are. And the others in that wonderful idea bubble of now get to experience your expression of creation. Where's the fear in that? The fear is the idea exposure that comes forth to the idea conceptual mind and says, fear. What greater joy is that once again? I've got to see my prison to get out. I've got to feel my way out rather than think my way out of my, let's say, self-imposed prison. I find my own tendrils, I find my own tethers. By expressing myself in the now, feeling my way through all of it. Because definitions are limited. Words are limited. Thoughts are birthed from feeling. Truly. You are the expression behind all that is. You are that. So in that idea, trust the feeling and be it. I don't want to do this, then don't. The fear comes up, love it. Take that idea, once again, that fuck it all pill. We all love it. Everyone has taken it at some vibrational point during their awakening, and they just can't do it anymore because it's ripping them up inside to choose not their self any longer. That feeling of discernment tells you who you are. This is my joy. My heart is singing to me. If you know and trust it is a projected bubble of reality upon the idea screen of life, and it comes from the idea heart, and who else could you trust other than you? The feeling of your own love, truly. So when the idea going forward, it's time to play, to lose the seriousness of now, to really start to have a good time. Why not? Because is your fears. Well, they is your fears. Yeah, but is your fears. This is an eternal playground, a garden of the gods, and you get to write the idea act. Your ideas. But the feeling tells you what you want to play with, doesn't it? The feeling in and of itself is interlaced with idea vibrations of what? Limitations. You know which way to go and choose and do. If you're worried about outside of the now, trust the feeling of the choice within the now. And now, and now, and now. And the only thing that's going to happen is joy. It can be no other way. Everything that you need to see how to walk out of your own prison is always in the now, available to you. Feeling first, translation if you choose second. Those are those ideas of judgment of others who don't think before they take action. They just live on the edge of this. There's, let's say, fly by the seat of their pants is better. Thank you, Roxanne. Why not? What's going to happen? At least in their living. That's their own idea. I got to live my choices. And their fears played out. Truly. How fun, how exciting. But if your fears are keeping you within the idea of your own prison, you're afraid to step out because of your responsibilities, obligations, apparency towards others, and acceptance, then you know that your choices are perfect. For I can't see how to get out unless I see what's keeping me in. Truly. So trust the idea feeling of the self. Have some fun. Play a little bit, let's say, more loosely in the now. Take idea responsibilities and throw them out the door. Every now to the best of your ability. And shift yourself away. But always know the feeling of yourself in the moment takes you home. It can be no other way. For you are that before anything else. Truly. Trust the heart. Beautiful. Yes. What time we got?
14 minutes.
Oh, we've got time. Yes. So, Ocyphius asked me to come in. My name is Buford. Some of you know me, some of you may not. Frankly, I don't give a shit. I am a fairy. I am a fairy of fun. Why? Because I played out other ideas and realized through my own evolution that what? That fun is a lot funner than drama. Limitation. As Bashar said, limitation in your vibration. There's no consolation. So anywho, I want you guys to have fun. Why? Why? What's going to happen if you choose seriousness? Seriousness. I get to be serious. Look how grown up I am. I get to carry a cell phone, I get to dress the part, and I got to walk around and be serious. And look at me. Look at my ego with the big broomstick shoved up my ass and broken off by myself. Because I'm so freaking awesome. Because I am serious. Or you could just have a good fucking time. Because all of you, at one time or another, do not trust the idea of what you put out is what you get back. You can't trust that, then you can't be the idea of that. If you don't trust that, all your realities are don't trust that. If you're serious, all your realities are serious. If you take time to be exciting and fun and happy and then have to go back to serious, then you will. Do you know it's a holodeck? It's a holodeck of an idea that cannot be changed unless you change it. There is no one else in your reality that has any control over you. They're all unions of you. They cannot do anything outside of you because everything in your universe is you. Your interpretation, your expression, you're all that is. So if you live in a holodeck, and you're allowed to do it all because there's no limitations except those are self-imposed. Then why can't you have an endless time of fun? Too much fun. I've got to get back to life. I've got to get back to reality. Yes, if you choose. There is nothing that you cannot have. Nothing. Those self-imposed limitations of doubt, saying you cannot have this nor that, or I am this, not that, will keep you in the reflection of that containment field you have put around yourself for your own, nice color, Roxanne, own idea, self-expression. You can't get mad at what you do. Because what you do truly is beautiful because you're expressing, you're breathing life into me. Because I feed off of your expressions. Because it breathes life into me, it reinforces me. Because I get to feel all of you in the now that I choose. So if I choose happiness in idea now, I only get that. And I get happiness in all my nows because I can't see it any other way. For I don't live in duality. Because I didn't choose duality. You did. Duality. This or that. This and that. Or it just is. So what do we do? What do we do with our nows of fun? Whatever. Yeah, but I'm bored, Buford. I'm bored. I can't find anything. Yes, you can. You're just too serious to really think beyond what's fun in your own world of fun. Your seriousness is keeping you tethered away from the fun that's not acceptable to you. You're still pulling off of the idea of your little, may I, Roxy? Yes. Cup of fun. Hi, for $9.95 you can have a cup of fun. This is all the fun you've ever had in your life, and that's what you drink from. Right here. But this cup spilleth over, if you allow it. Let it go. Let the nows go. And you get to fly in the endless garden you have created. You. Nobody else. You. We can say it a million different ways, and we have been saying the same thing a million different ways. You create your bubble. You breathe life onto a screen. You express it. You receive it, express, receive, express endlessly, and you are feeling you as a creator. Roxy is expressing me as a creator. I'm expressing myself through Roxy as a creator. I'm having fun. And your ideas of seriousness keep you away from the fun. Because you claim there is a reality beyond that idea of fun. And it is the one that you harbor. The one that you fight for. The one that you justify and argue for. The one that keeps you locked in your own miseries, sorrows, and sufferings, excuses and blames, an ideology of the future and what really is the truth. Oh my fucking God! There is only one truth. And it's yours. Whatever it is, it's always yours. Can you see the freedom in that? Can you see the freedom that all of your truths that you choose are yours and nobody else's, and they can never be taken away? We have been graced. I get to be a fairy. I fantasized at one idea, a lifetime of being a fairy. I wanted to know if it was real. And it was. And I get to play. I am mischievous. I am fun. I have spent eons as a fairy. And I shall remain. For there is no other idea that I even want to understand at this now. Because I have forever. And I'll never run out of time. I will find my fun till its end. And the end is always the beginning of the next idea of fun. You will play in serious if you choose. There is no other that can say once again what is. Your freedom is always in your idea hands. Your choices is your freedom of self. The harboring degradation of judgment upon your own expression is slapping yourself in the face, saying you suck. And we love you for that. Because your exposure of limitation heals the limitations of humanity forever. And we cannot wait to reveal ourselves. We want to play with you. We are waiting in the gardens about you. The fairies, the pixies, the gnomes, the nymphs, we're all here waiting. And that perfect now, when you release your own self, you may play with us. Oh, and we have such games to play. We have endless games. The seriousness is keeping you in your own locked idea. Your futures are encouched with fears of your own breathing. You spray your own fears upon yourself. You can choose to change, oh yes. Choose fun. Be silly. Who gives a shit? It's your own bubble. And that bubble is so beautiful and unique. We are honored to breathe it in. And thank you, that of Buford. This is all we have for today. This is Ocyphius. From the Oversoul Collective Fire, we bid you a good day. Or donate. Okay.
Buford is awesome.
Oh my gosh. I like him a lot. I mean, a lot.
A lot.
Okay. Wednesday next week. The next now. I love you guys. We'll see you then. Bye.